There's kind of a contrast between my life and living in a city versus living outside in somewhere completely remote, far away from everything.
Almost feels like it's not real, like you step back in time and it's like some kind of fairy tale.
Robert Koslak works for a supply chain management for wind energy company in the Netherlands. He came to Vietnam in 2014. And this is Ellen Chung. She's an American freelance writer. She enjoys exploring new destinations as a source of inspiration for her writings. The Vietnam Museum of Ethnology, an exciting destination for many international visitors coming to Vietnam to learn more about the culture here. In their visit this time, Rob and Elaine are enticed by a location located in the northern region, that is Cao Bang province. Cao Bang is a province in the northeastern region of Vietnam. The province covers an area of 6,700 square kilometers. The geographical setting of the province is mostly mountainous, with land available for habitation, thus limited. Cao Bang now is home to many people belonging to Vietnam's ethnic groups, including Tây, Nung, Dao, Hmong and Lolo. With the diversity of the ethnic groups here, our two guests are very excited to discover the profound cultural identities. It is such features through their writings and photos that will capture the attention of readers.
My story will probably be about the life of being a part of ethnic minority, a group of people that are a bit untouched by technology. They don't have electricity, they don't have internet, cell phones, or smartphones. They live off the land and they just work really hard.
So we wanted to experience some how the people in the north of Vietnam, in the countryside, how they live, what they do in their daily lives, just to get a feel of the real ethnic people there.
The locals have introduced our guests to a village by the name of Khoui Khon, a distinctive Lolo village located in Kim Cuc Commune, Bảo Lạc district. They decide to set off, meandering up narrow slopes, centered in between mountains and abyss. Elaine and Rob came across a group of children playing in front of a house. They wonder what type of toy that might be.
Ciao, ciao. Can I see?
Oh, it's a bike handmade by children. They use it as a toy, but also as a mode of transportation to get to school or to transport anything heavy.
Rob, stop! That's not good. Be nice.
Okay, sorry. Got carried away.
Can't take you anywhere. We're tired.
All right, let's find a place to sleep.
Khoui Khon village is home to 56 Black Lolo households. They use a distinctive language of their own within the community. It seems we've come at a time of harvest. The rice paddies are golden with ripened rice, ready to be harvested. Everyone seems busy with their field work. Navigating the rocky slopes and mountainous roads, Rob and Elaine found themselves lost in the village.
I don't know where we are.
I don't know.
I go there?
Well, it looks very foresty over there. We can try over there.
You want to try over there?
Yeah, let's go over here.
Oh, okay. Maybe there's a house here.
Let's go straight.
Straight?
Let's go straight.
Lolo houses are steel houses with a lot of space, featuring usually 7 sections. The roof is also attached with 4 layers and features meticulous workmanship.
Okay. There's. Xin chào.
Đi đi.
Oh, no?
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Khoui Cao.
They stopped by a house to ask for the way, but they were not welcomed.
We saw tree leaves on the outside. First, we didn't know what was going on, but then we realized that they didn't want, the tree leaves were there to tell us, to warn us, they did not want to be bothered. It's always a learning process when you go into a brand new community. You don't know anything about the culture, the traditions and whatnot. So it's always a learning curve. You have to learn and understand that every culture, every country, every person is always different.
It's gotten darker. Finally, they found a place to rest for the night.
Xin chào.
Xin chào. We're lost.
Bây giờ đường đi lại khó lắm. Tối rồi tốt nhất thì anh chị hôm nay sẽ nghỉ tại đây.
Sleep.
Okay. Xin chào. Xin chào.
You have a bed?
Bed? Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Xin chào. Xin chào. Nice to meet you.
Rồi anh chị đến.
It was getting dark. The people welcomed us with food and drinks, and they shared everything they had. And that's the only light they had. And people just sit together, have a meal together, and they talk and they work.
Nhà anh lại mất điện tiếp. Máy hỏng. Nên là thắp cái đèn dầu này ăn cơm.
That's their daily life. They have great hospitality, and we really loved it there.
For our 2 guests, life has never gotten simpler.
We're really in the middle of nowhere. Yeah, there's like nothing there. They just had a little stove with fire. They live in the nature. They use the natural resources. You just hear nature. You hear the cows. They have their bells on. You hear birds whistling, crickets. Yeah, it's just amazing just to be in the nature and just hear nature things.
Definitely fresh off the fire.
We're not used to that. We live in a city. We have power. We have internet, and they don't have anything like that. So it was really great to experience that from close by.
Three o'clock in the morning, a new day begins for the people here. The first job of the day is to create a fire to heat up the kitchen. All of the family members have awakened and gotten off to their job. The 2 guests, however, are still sound asleep in underwarm covers.
Dậy ơi chú ơi, cô ơi. Dậy là đi đánh răng rửa mặt á.
Usually I don't really wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning, so having a lady wake me up at 3 was not the most pleasant of experiences. So I just kept on saying okay just to make her happy so that hopefully she would go away, but she never did.
Dậy thôi, dậy băm bèo rửa mặt đánh răng á.
What time is it?
I don't know, it's way too early to get up. Do they do this every day? Back to sleep. I'm like, oh, of what's going on? And then they're like, yeah, we have to start our day. And we're like, oh, it's 3 o'clock. Like, is this real? So we got up and put some clothes on, half asleep still. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go, Elaine.
They wake up really early in the morning to prepare for the day, to make their meals, get the kids ready for school, make the food for the animals. So there's a lot of things to do before they even go to work.
Your headlight is falling off. We went downstairs with the grandma into the shed to make food for the pig. They cook it. They make it 3 times a day. So we were cutting some banana trunk. They cut it with a big knife. They cut it really small, and then they put it in a big pot. They boil it with some other vegetables, and then they make fresh food for the pig.
Nè, băm cái này làm rau lợn.
Okay.
Can I try?
Hả? Nghe nó.
Why? This lady is stronger than you.
I know.
Cái này to quá.
But you
Cái này
have
to
to.
quá.
I'm a quick learner. Am I doing this good?
Good.
Cho vào ráo nó xíu này.
Chop your head off.
Everything is done by hand here.
I've never done this before, but this is definitely fun to do. Good exercise.
Good exercise.
Very strong. This is fun. Good exercise. For 3 o'clock in the morning. This is all the food that they're cooking for the pigs for the whole day. And then I think they're going to cook rice for everybody for the whole day too. It's a lot of work for 3 o'clock in the morning. But it's pretty amazing that they're still doing that in this day and age when we have lots of modern conveniences. So it's interesting to see how people live these days. Mixing vegetables for the pigs. It's like we're rowing a boat for, I don't know, swimming in the ocean with a boat. It's a lot of food right there.
All this food makes me hungry too.
Yeah, I wonder what we're going to have for breakfast.
The sun has risen high. It's time to feed the pigs. Smelling their familiar meal, the sour of wines wank loudly from their pan. No one has eaten breakfast, despite waking up at 3 a.m. Everybody is prioritizing these little guys. This is the first time Rob and Elaine have done such a job. Rob grew up in a farm and he knows how to feed the pigs, but Elaine has never done it before. How exciting!
They made some really nice breakfast for us because yeah, they eat a lot of rice and whatever they grow on their lands because yeah, they need a lot of food because they burn a lot of energy because they make long days and it's hard work, physical work.
For Lolo people, a cow is one of their most prized possessions. Each family has at least 2 to 3 cows. Some families own a whole herd. Each morning, before heading out to the rice field, the families take their cows out to the other fields so that the cows can eat on their own.
So today our mission is to take the cows out to a fresh field so they get fed. And we have to guide them so that they don't fall off a cliff.
Or go into the rice fields where they eat the rice crops, which will be very bad for the villagers. So, and they're busy pooping at the moment. Hopefully they'll listen to us, and hopefully we can be of some help to the farmers today.
All right.
All right.
For Rob and Elaine, this is the first time they've done such a job. The cows feed on rice paddies, which have been harvested. They also need to be located far away from the unharvested fields so that they won't eat the crop.
You know, right now we're sitting and enjoying the view here. All we hear are cowbells, sounding like a little bell orchestra here. You hear, birds singing, crickets chirping. Nothing like the city at all. It's very beautiful, and this is what we came here for: some peace, nature, and quietness. So we need to count how many cows we have because we need to have the same number of cows going back.
Mm-hmm.
There are some cows over there. You can count the cows over here.
All right.
All right.
You count them over there?
I'll count over there and we'll meet back.
Okay.
All right, good luck.
Thank you. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. How many do you have? 7?
7.
So 17 cows in total.
Okay. Well, let's just hope we have 17 cows when we go back.
All right, let's guide them back
All right.
nice and safely.
Yep.
It's quite a funny story, actually. There were 17 cows initially, but then we took a break, and then once we counted again, there were only 13 cows. So we were looking and looking.
I got 9 here.
Where?
Over here. That I can see.
With that one?
Including this one.
I got 5 here.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Okay.
We got one more cow.
All right, so we have 14 cows now, and we gotta have 17, so there's 3 cows missing. We're gonna search for them, and hopefully
Each cow is worth 20 million dong.
20 million dong, and I don't want.
have that kind of money,
No.
so we're going to start looking for some cows.
We're gonna start searching.
Cows! Where are you? Go.
Luckily, all the cows are wearing bells, so constantly you hear ding, 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 ding. So we heard one down the stream, which was really far away. Hi.
How are you doing?
I found one. I sent it back up.
We need more cows. We don't have 20 million dong.
Where is it going?
I don't know.
Finally, one after another, they found all the missing cows.
I'll go and try.
All right.
I grew up on a farm, and the cows, they are all like bordered and they can't go anywhere. And here the land is like this, and there is no wire, no fence, no nothing. So they can go anywhere they want. And yeah, it's really, really fascinating that they stay together, and they're really strong. They go really steep down and they have no fear. They just go down, and anything for a tiny bit of fresh grass, they just go on an adventure. Yeah, it's really important to keep an eye on, otherwise like they just wander off. It's really different.
So after some searching, we finally found all 17 cows, luckily, because again, we don't have that much money with us.
It's 20 million dong per cow.
So,
And one went down the stream. It was quite a struggle to get him back up. So we're gonna leave the cows here for now. In the meanwhile, we're gonna look for some firewood. And then when the cows have filled their stomachs, then they will find their back home by themselves. So let's go find some firewood.
all right.
All right, let's go.
Wood is an indispensable part in the lives of the Lolo people. There's no electricity grid here, so the people mainly use wood fire for cooking, heating and lighting. According to the customs of the Lolo people, the wood gatherer is usually a woman and not a man. But Robert and Elaine are going to do things a bit differently in this regard. Robert's going to be the main gatherer, and Elaine will help him, as the geography here is quite limited in space and is also quite challenging.
We need to. This is 1 minute. Make 2 pounds. Okay, so we got a bunch of firewood wrapped together, and we're gonna make a big fire tonight.
It's a lot of work for firewood, but it's the only way to keep warm here because there's no electricity. So, and it could drop to about 10 degrees tonight. Gathering firewood, doing all this manual labor, again, we take it for granted. We can easily go on a motorcycle or hop in our car and easily buy these things at the supermarket. But these people actually have to go into the land, cut it down, carry it back home by hand. So it's just things like this we appreciate more now that we actually had to do it.
Elaine brings the wood back home, while Rob stops by a group of men who seem to be repairing the electricity.
Thì bây giờ mình phải tranh thủ thời gian để sửa cái điện này, để tối nay mình có điện sáng.
Okay.
Cái bên trên này nó xong rồi.
Water pipe had a leak, and also the generator broke down. So they had to take it apart, put some new parts in, put it back together, and also fix the bamboo pipe so that the water flows steady again. They have a big tube made of bamboo, and water slides down and it pours into a generator. So the water power makes sure the generator spins, which creates energy. What they use to fix the water pipe is only natural material. So they use thin stripes of bamboo, and they use a wick, and they hammer it underneath, and then the pipe tightens again, and then that fixed the problem. All is done, and we're ready to go.
Nighttime here is a lot of fun. Our guests get a chance to visit a number of Lolo families in the village. Each Lolo family still owns this loom. During the dry season, the Lolo women have to work out in the field. They can only have time for the loom at night. These fabrics can be used to make garments for family members or reserved for their daughters when they are married off into their future husbands' families. They invite Rob and Elaine to a glass of corn wine. It was after this occasion that our guests understood how important drinking wine was as a cultural feature of the people here.
I remember their faces when I tried to drink the alcohol and how I couldn't really do it. They were laughing at me, but it was something that I remember because that, for me, that it felt like they allowed me into their community. So that was my most memorable moment.
A Lolo woman also surprised them with a gift, a song. Tradition has it that such song must be sung on the ground floor, underneath, and not within the house.
It was a really special occasion for us because I don't think they do it very often for visitors. And so it was very very nice for them to sing for us. Yeah, we didn't know what they were singing, but it sounded really, really nice and peaceful, and it was all in harmony. And then Rob was nice enough to sing a song from his childhood, and hopefully it kind of balanced between what they gave to us and we give to them. A bit of our culture to them and their culture to us.
So a little Dutch song from Holland. It's a little rhyme. So it's a really short song. Altijd is Kotjakje ziek, midden in de week, maar zondags niet. Zondags gaat hij naar de kerk, steelt hij al het zilverwerk. Altijd is Kotjakje ziek, midden in de week, maar zondags niet. Thank you. Come on.